एकदा तुमचं स्वागत करते आपल्या यूट्यूब चॅनलवर महाराष्ट्र मीडिया. आज आपण स्टार्ट करणार आहोत क्लास 9 हिस्ट्री चॅप्टर नंबर 6 इम्प्रूव्हमेंट्स ऑफ द वुमन अँड अदर वीकर सेक्शन्स टेक्स्टबुक क्वेश्चन अँड आन्सर्स. क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट, complete the statement by choosing the proper option. Question number first, in 1992 a movement against the drinking alcohol was started in dash dash. Answer, in 1992 a movement against the drinking alcohol was started in Andhra Pradesh. Question number 2, in 1975 the government of India formed the committee on the status of women under the chairmanship of dash dash. Answer is, in 1975 the government of the India formed the committee on the status of women under chairmanship is the of the Dr. Fullerenu Guha. Question number B. Question number 2b, identify the wrong pair and rewrite the correct one. Question 1, first, सौदामिनी राव, स्त्री मुक्ती आंदोलन समिती. विद्याबाल नारी समता मंच. थर्ड पॉइंट आहे प्रमिला दंडवते फ्रॉम महिला दक्षता समिती. ज्योती मापसेकर, कमिटी ऑन द स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन. Answer, wrong pair. Jyoti Mashpekar, committee on status of women. Question 3, make a concept chart. Question first, laws related to women. Answer, 1952. First, recognition of women's right to the alimony and their share in the father property. Second point, her right to the stridon was recognized. Third, polygamy was made illegal and women just like a man got the right to share a divorce. In 1961, first is the Dowry Prohibition Act of the 1961 made both the giving the taking of dowry a cognizable criminal offense. Second part, this dismantled the dowry tradition by its root and the further encouraged the social movement. Third point, the law alleviated the distress to the woman caused by the undesirable tradition of the dowry. In 1961, first point, the Maternity Benefit Act was passed in the 1961. Second point, gave women the right to the get leave from work at the time of childbirth, also came into the force in the 1961. Question number 4, explain the concept in that first, alimony. Answer, first point, a fixed amount paid to the married woman for her upkeep by the husband who has divorced her called as alimony. Second point, the law enacted in 1952 recognized women's right to alimony and their share in the father's property. Her right to Sridhan was recognized. Question number 2, minority. Answer, in any society a group of people of particular region, language or race who are few in number are termed as a minority. Second point, as there are various religions, sects and the languages in our country, we see great cultural diversity. There is a variation in cultural traditions too. Question number 5, explain the following statement with the reason. In that question, first, the evolution of the women's liberation movement. Answer, first, the United Nations had declared 1975 as the National Women's Day. Second point, in 1975 the government of India constituted the Committee on the Status of Women and appointed Dr. Fullerenu Guha as its chairman. Third point, a comprehensive survey was conducted on several issues such as the social position of women, their status, the consequence of the constitutional provisions made for women, also education for the women and its percentage, their progress due to the education difficulties faced by the working woman, the position of the woman with respect to the work livelihood, their wages, the female-male ratio, birth and the mortality rate and the role of women. Fourth point, taking into the consideration this entire background, the statewide conference for women was held in 1975, organized by the Stree Mukti Sangra Samiti. Women from all walks of life, religions participate in it. Fifth point, the Samiti published its manifesto in 1978. The policy of the struggle against the discrimination on the basis of gender, caste, VAMA was adopted. Sixth point is in 1977, groups like the Sri Mukti Andolan Samiti established by the Sudamani Rao in Pune, Vayaja or fortnightly as also Stitch, who was the Maitrin and the street Anyavijal Virodhi Mancha, अन्याय विरोधी मंच इन औरंगाबाद, महिला दक्ष समिति in Kolhapur, Mahila Hakka in Nashik, and the Nari Prabodhan Manch in Latur were formed. Anti-dowry protection committees were formed all over the Maharashtra. A conference to protest against the oppression of the women was organized in Dhule city. Question number 2. The Prohibition of the Dowry Act was enacted in 1984. Answer. First point, even after the enactment of the anti-dowry law, incidents like a woman burns to death as a sari pallu catches fire while cooking and the woman slips into well while washing clothes, drowns and dies continue to be reported. Investigations still reveal dowry to be the most frequent cause of such a death. The role of the police and the administration and justice were highlighted. This created greater awareness. As a result, the Dowry Prohibition Act came into the force 1984. Question number 3. The practice of the untouchability was banned by law. In the post-independence period, our constitution adopted the values of freedom, equality, fraternity and the social justice. Second point, in accordance with this, the practice of the untouchability was banned by the law. Third point is untouchability was removed by the 17th paragraph of the constitution. Of this class was included the scheduled caste. Question number 4. The constitution gives the cultural and educational rights to minority. Question number 4. The constitution gives the cultural and the educational rights to the minorities. Answer. First point, in any society, a group of people of a particular religion, language or race who are few in number are termed as a minority. Second point, as there are various religions, selects and languages in our country, we see a great cultural diversity. There is a variation in cultures and traditions too. Third point is, in order to preserve their culture, traditions and develop their own language, the constitution gives their citizens certain educational and cultural rights. Fourth, minorities have the right to protect and conserve their language, culture and traditions. Fifth point, for this purpose they have a right to set up separate educational institutions. Question number 6. Answer the following question in 25 to 30 words. In that question, first, describe the Chipko movement. First point, the show of the constructive woman power was seen during the Chipko movement in 1973. Trees from the forest in the foothills of the Himalayas were to be cut down for commercial purpose. Chandi Prasad Bhat and the Sudarlal Bahugana had started a movement to preserve this. Women followed the strategy of holding the hands and encircling each tree as their method considered to protecting the trees. By embracing the movement came to the known as the Chipko movement. Women took part in the large numbers. Women had a big role to play in the agriculture economy of this region. Last point, Gaura Devi was the activist who created this awareness among the women with the help of Sudesha Devi and the Banchini Devi. Question number 2. Write a note on the Protection of Human Rights Act. Answer. First point, in 1993 the Protection of the Human Rights Act law was enacted to prevent the injustice to men and women. Second point, the National Human Rights Commission was also formed for this purpose. Third point, in some states the State Human Rights Commission was also formed on the same lines. Fourth point, this law, which deals with the collective cooperation, the social conditions of the divorced women and secure workplaces, played an effective role in mitigating justices of women. Question number 7. Answer the following questions in detail. In that question, first, explain the example how the united strength of women can be bring about a constructive changes in a various field. Answer. First point, women who have faced the brunt of the scarcity of supplies and ration prices gave a show of their strength as an organized entity in 1972. Second point, under the leadership of the socialist leader Mrinal Gaur, women in the Mumbai participated in the demonstration which came to be known as the Latni Morcha. Latni Morcha. Third point, commodities like oil, ghee, rava, maida would become scarce just as Diwali was near at hand. Kerosene had become very expensive. Women came together brandishing their rolling pins and took part in the demonstration. This movement met with the success and the public got a glimpse of the united power of women. Another show of constructive woman power was seen during the Chipko movement in 1973. Gaurav Devi was the activist participant who created the awareness among the women with the help of the Sudesha Devi and the Bachni Devi. In 1992, the three youths of the Dabuganthai village of the Nellore district in the Andhra Pradesh drowned in a lake in the state of the inebriation and died. Last third point, at this instance, the women of the village came together and forced the closure Arak shops. Okay, the movement spread to the entire state of government had to adopt the strict policy against the sale of alcohol. Last point is after that on 4th September 1987, Ruknawar is a married woman committed sati. He did not do this for her own free will. She was coerced into doing so. Committing sati, glorifying the practice of sati, where is all illegal acts. The woman activists and the journalist Meena Menon, Geeta Sheshu, Sujata Andan, Anu Joseph, and the Kalpana Sharma investigated the case in 1998. The government passed the Sati Act with very stringent प्रोविजन्स. थँक्यू स्टुडंट्स. पुन्हा भेटूया आपण आपल्या नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओमध्ये.